Welcome to WetForm Android Regional Species Lookup and Manuals. With this software, you will have access to all 8 continental US regions of the Corps of Engineers manuals, as well as access to the region-specific species list for each of those regions. So this will run on an Android device of any type, tablets or phones, and what you're looking at right now is a 7-inch screen, just so you can have it for comparison. So this is the initial splash screen, and then there really is only about 2 screens that you have to deal with. And what you have to start with here is a screen with the option to enter 12 species, and you can see right now it's in the mountains, valleys, and coastal region. You go to your menu button. One of the options you have is region selection. So let's just go to Atlantic Gulf Coast, change the region to that. And what we have immediately once we select our region is access to the manuals. And to demonstrate that, I'll go to the COE Manual, Corps of Engineers Manual, and here's the different sections of the manual. Let's go to the introduction. And what you see are up here you have hot links to specific parts of that section of the manual, and you can see it includes images as well. So you have access to the text and images, and if you're like me, sometimes the font is a little small. So if you go to the manual, you click on font, you can click large font, and then you're much happier, as I am, with the font size. And then you can either close, or if you just want to get back to the top so you can get to all the different hot links. So you click these hot links and it'll take you to that specific section of the manual. So you can either hit your back arrow or close. I'm going to hit the back arrow to get us back to our main screen. So currently what you do is you just tap in one of these initial boxes here, type in a few letters, do a search, and it'll bring you to those species. And you can either scroll down, and you can also pan to the right, and it'll show you what the indicator status is as well as the common name. You can pick an item. I'll pan back again. Pick an item. Oh, and one thing you should notice is that we also have synonyms on this list. So if you're familiar with an older name, you'll have the older name, but when you select the older name, it'll feed in the currently accepted name, and I'll demonstrate that here in a second. Let me select this. So it feeds in the indicator status. You click in the cover box, feed in a value. Feed in a value of 1, and then when you click next or click away from that, it'll automatically calculate dominance, and the background on this species will be highlighted in a slightly in a pale yellow when that species is a dominant. So let's go tap the box and pick another species. And what I'm going to do is I know agropyron is an older name, so you can see that we have agropyron, and the older name is is marked by this synonym indicator. But when I pick agropyron repens, it's going to fill in Elymus repens, which is the currently accepted name. So I'm going to plug in agropyron repens, and you can get there via Elymus repens as well. You can get there either way. And then when I feed in the cover value, I'm going to feed in something much higher. And then you can see that the background on the previous species turns white, and the background on the Elymus repens is a slight shade of yellow. And that may show up better on an actual device than it does on this demonstration. So you'll have an option to feed in 12 species. Say you want to do strata by strata, you can feed in the 12 species, transfer your information to your paper copy, and then you can clear your screen. And then suppose you have things you need to edit on the species list for your particular region. You will be able to export your species list, and then edit it using Excel and then import it back in. If there's certain things you've decided that you and the Corps of Engineers have decided should have either a different indicator status or a species that's not included, or if you want to change the nomenclature, you'll have the option to do that. So a very simple program. The price for this currently is $18.50, and we'll just go back to the About screen here. And if you have any questions, just feel free to contact me directly. This video should have contact information, and if you go to Google Play, just feed in either WetForm or wetland delineation. This program should pop up and you can get additional information. So thank you very much.